What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Palworld video. Now today, guys, I'll be doing a review of Palworld and my experience of it. I do apologize, this is probably my first review video, so it's probably not up to scratch to some of the other ones out there, but I can be brutally honest with you about it. First off, is this game worth the $30 US that it will cost on release? Absolutely. If you're like me and you value your time by the hour and how much you get paid per hour, I can guarantee you that you will easily get plenty of satisfaction from playing this game based on the hourly rate. I have 40 hours in this game and it was an amazing experience and a lot of fun to do. From capturing the pals, to battling them, to leveling them, to exploring the map, fighting the different tiers of bosses, finding new pals was always an experience and super fun, to the base building. Even the base building was a lot of fun. There's a lot of RP stuff that you can build. You can see here there is a ton of different furniture that you're able to build. I built a tavern in my goddamn base. It's awesome. It's really worth it. You can optimize as much as you want. My bases are definitely not optimized whatsoever. Like, I could definitely make some huge improvements on them. You can improve the quality of life for your pals, which I also have not done because I am a terrible overlord and overseer and enjoy watching my pals suffer. I'm just playing. Don't make them suffer like I do. The diversity of the pals as well itself is also really amazing. There is a pal for everyone. You know, there have been comparisons to Pokemon, to Digimon, to all this sort of stuff, which, to be fair, you have to kind of make those comparisons because that is what is already established. But it is hard to break out into the scene with things that aren't similar in appearance, you know? Like, we've got Yormantide, for example, here. Now, some people will definitely argue that he looks very similar to Gyarados. Sure. I can see that, but he's also very similar based on what he has been sort of conceptized from. Yormungandr, for example. You know, he has his own design and his own unique take. I think it is a great design, and I think it is an awesome take. Do I look at this and see Gyarados? No, I see Yormantide. Its own individual sort of species of pal. You know, everyone is going to have their super opinions. If you've got people that are defending Pokemon over this game, sure, be one of those people, but you could just drop your fanboyness and just enjoy the game for what it is, which is exactly what you should do because it's its own unique game. Now, in terms of the early access launch, I think there isn't really an issue with it, to be honest, because there is already so much to do in the game. Like I mentioned, there's 40 hours easily of gameplay to be had here, and it's only going to improve. The launch success of this, I think, is already going to be massive. So they're definitely not just going to abandon it. But like, look at the size of the map, right? It's ginormous. You can still see here there are some bosses that I haven't even defeated. I haven't optimized my pals whatsoever. Well, I mean, I've optimized them a little bit, but there is still so much more that I can do in this game. I can build a whole other base, build a whole cookery area. I can do a whole heap of stuff that I haven't done yet. Now, as well as that, the setting changing that you can do also enables you to play this game however you want. If you want to one-shot the pals, go ahead. You can change a setting for that, which is currently the setting I've got on at the moment, so just ignore that. It was for testing purposes. But if you want your pals to be super weak, you can do that. If you want enemy pals to hit harder, if you want to change the gather rate, the XP rate, how quick the daytime goes, if you don't want there to be nighttime at all, you can change all of that through their settings system. It is one of the best early access games that I have played, if I'm being completely honest. And I'm not just saying that because I received the free key. I have not had this much fun playing a game in a long time, and that is what games are all about. For example, I am a YouTuber, right? I spend a lot of my time creating content for you guys based on different games, mainly Ark Survival Evolved. I've been extremely burnt out from Ark Survival Evolved. I received a key from this and I fell in love with playing games again. It has been so much fun creating content for this game because I've genuinely been enjoying my time in it. And for me, that is just worth all the money in the world. Like, it has been super enjoyable, and getting to like know the pals, which I know sounds strange, but they do have their own personalities, their own animations that they do when you pat them. They're super cute. Like, you've got that for every one of them. They all have their pat animations. They're super cute. You can feed them, you can interact with them. It's a really good game. You know, there is plenty of role-playing stuff that you can do with the structures that you can build. There are plenty of base designs that you can do. You can chuck your pals into mounted machine guns. You can use a variety of different weapons, a variety of different pals with weapons. You can turn Pen Gullet into a goddamn rocket launcher and launch Pen Gullet across the map. Maybe not across the map, but pretty damn far. There is a lot of things that you can do in this game and a lot of routes you can go down depending on how you want to play and your play style. If you want to stick to one particular type of pal, you can do that. If you want to use pals that have exclusive weapons, you can do that because there are enough pals for you to be able to do that. It's awesome. It's a really fun game and I honestly could not recommend it more. Now in terms of performance, I haven't had honestly any issues. I have not crashed once due to the game whatsoever. I have had probably, I can count the amount of lag spikes I've had, which is 5 in my 40 hours of playtime, and that is mainly in the caves / dungeons, where you're walking through. Sometimes it can get a little bit laggy with the amount of mobs that spawn inside of there. So keep that in mind. In terms of bugs, I haven't really had any bugs. I wouldn't even classify it as a bug. The only thing I kind of had happen to me is when pals kind of get sort of thingied around the base, and this is apparently a new bug that I've just not I've discovered, but I've heard about as well, where you can get launched into the skybox after capturing a pal. If you've got a glider equipped, that'll allow you to scout around the terrain near you. But I have not experienced really any bugs whatsoever. It's a lot of fun. The game is really good. Sometimes pals do have difficulties getting through the small doors. So keep that. You can see there Yormantide is just completely ignoring the door and going through the massive hole that I made for him. So keep that in mind. The breeding system is good. It's obviously not the best, but it's very random. For example, slight spoilers. I mean, this whole video is kind of spoilers due to the dudes that we've got running around. So for example, let's come down here. We had Frostallion and Astagon breeding in the farm, and they would not stop producing Cryolinxes. How those two create a Cryolinx, I'll have no idea, but it is completely random. The combinations that you stick will change whatever pal you get. I did breed them about 4 times, and each time was a Cryolinx, so I believe it is set once you do that. But, you know, there are plenty of breeding options that you can do to discover what pal gives you what. I'm still missing 3 pals from my pal deck. I haven't even found all the pals yet. 109, 108, and I think one up here somewhere is missing from my pal deck. I honestly cannot find them anywhere because I've pretty much discovered the entire map. This is all water down here, so there's nothing really around here. It might be due to the build that I've got because it's an early access build and they just haven't got them in yet, or they've hidden them from me or us. You know, there's that. You've got these habitat islands over here located around the map that will spawn in different Pokemon. That will spawn in different Palmon once you kill certain amounts of them. So you can capture the faction leaders' Palmons on these islands. This game is great. If you're on the fence about it, if you enjoy Ark Survival Evolved, if you've enjoyed Pokemon, anything like that, you're going to love this game. You'll know within the 2 hours that you play it that Steam offers a refund for those of you that aren't aware. If the game's been in your library for less than 2 weeks and you've got less than 2 hours playtime on it, you can refund it. Play the game for an hour and a half. If you don't love it, get a refund. I can guarantee you though, you will not be disappointed. It is a lot of fun and I could not recommend it more to those of you that enjoy those types of games. The diversity of pals is really good. It is early access, so obviously they are going to be adding updates, adding new pals, new structures, all this stuff. Don't forget the ancient technology as well. I haven't even tried to play with the homing sphere launcher or the decal gun set or the freaking scatosphere launcher. That sounds like a lot of fun. So there's a whole heap of stuff that I haven't even tried yet. So I can guarantee you that you will find something that you enjoy in this game. You can capture freaking humans, for example. You can't do anything with them, but you can be a goddamn overlord, a human trafficker, if you really wanted to be. You can even sell them back to like the black marketeer traders if you want to. You can't interact with them. You can't sell them. I mean, you can pat them, but I wouldn't recommend patting them. It's just an awkward experience for you and them. It's just going to turn into like sexual assault. I would not recommend patting them, especially this big dude. Do not recommend patting the black marketeer because, yeah, it looks like something else is going on down there. Would not recommend. Plus, it's multiplayer. Right? When they launch, they will have servers available as well, I've been told. So it'll be massively multiplayer. You can play with your friends. PvP will eventually come. Even without PvP, there is still a lot to do. The faction leader raids themselves are actually 4-man as well. So 4 of you can actually go in and fight the faction leader. So I would definitely recommend getting the game, guys. And that's not me sponsored by Pocket Pal or anything like that. They've just given me a key early. And that's it. But can 100% recommend this game in my experience. So that's going to be it from me today, guys. I know the review was kind of... not much was going on. It wasn't really in depth. I just kind of wanted to talk to you about it and let you know that this game is worth it. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Any constructive criticism. I know the review obviously wasn't probably the greatest. I just wanted to discuss it with you guys. But nonetheless, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel for more Palworld content. I've got heaps of content planned for it. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And I'll catch you in the next one.